Guys, how's it going? Aviation Games here, and today we are going to be doing another tutorial, and this one is how to start the engine on the A2A Cessna 172. We are on the ground at Liverpool for anyone interested. This is UK 2000 scenery for there, and I think they've done, well, not they've, because it is one guy, so I think he has done a really good job. Gary, I believe, is the name of the guy. He's done an excellent job, and I hope he keeps up the good work in the future. Right, so now that we're inside, this is the cockpit of the Cessna 172 that A2A have made. And in order to get this into the cold and dark state, you want to press Shift and then 3 on the keyboard, which will bring up this little menu here. And then you just click cold and dark. Okay, it's very important you do this because it means that we're now in the same state and the aircraft is set up exactly the same on my end as it is on yours. Okay, the first thing that we're going to want to do is remove the control wheel lock and just left click on this, I don't know what you call it, this guard I guess. So left click on that and you'll see it remove. Then you want to go down and move the fuel selector to both, which is the one in the middle, and the fuel shut-off valve needs to be fully in, like so. The only other thing you need to do then is turn on the battery master switch, like so, and the flaps start to come back up. That's fine. Then you can turn on the beacon lights, and then you can turn on the pitot heats because we want to make sure the pitos aren't cold, otherwise the airspeed indicator won't display properly. And then we also want to turn on the fuel pump, and then bring the mixture into full rich and hold it there for about 3 seconds before pulling it out. So 1, 2, 3. Bring it back out and switch the fuel pump off. That procedure that we just did there is called priming the engine. It injects a little bit of fuel into the engine at first in order to help us start it. It's a bit like your lawnmower really. You get one of those like buttons that you use to prime the engine before you start it. It's a bit like that, only this engine's a lot more delicate, so it starts nothing like a lawnmower, really. Right, so now what you do is, with the throttle, you bring it in to, well, in the real world it would be about 1/4 of an inch, but in the A2A, bring it level with the mixture lever here. Make sure it's on fully out, and bring the throttle about level with it. So on my, that's about 10 to 15%, roughly, like something like that. And then what you want to do is bring the magnetos to the start position. So to do that, left click on them and drag them all the way over to the right, and just wait for the engine to start, basically. You will hear it. There it is. And as soon as it starts, bring the mixture not fully rich, but just a little bit out from it. So about there is good. You should see just a tiny little bit of the silver for the mixture. And then you just want to bring on the other battery switch. Now, it's not a foggy or misty day at all, and you can see the window is quite steamy, so to get rid of that you can turn on the cabin heat. And to do that you just left click and drag it down, drag the mouse down, and that'll pull it out for you. And there you can see the steam on the window is starting to disappear. Now that the engine is started, remember you have started it from cold and dark, so the engine is going to be very, very cold. So you don't want to start taxiing or anything until you see this oil temperature get in, whoops, a bit too far, until you see the oil temperature getting within this green range, because if you start taxiing before then, it will cause you a bit of a problem. The RPM you want to keep at roughly 12 or between 12 to 1300 while the engine is warming up. Now that the engine is started, you can switch on your Avionics and it should beep like so. And now you can use your GPS and your frequencies, set your squawk and so on, and use the autopilot feature, which is very basic, to be honest. It's not the best autopilot that I've ever used, I must say. Now you will also notice that the yokes have disappeared. This is because it just does that by default when you load it in cold and dark state. To bring them back, just left click on the A2A symbol on both sides, and there they come back. I'm just going to get rid of this again for a couple of seconds, because we now need to turn on the taxi lights and the nav lights and turn off the pitot heat switch. After you've done that, essentially you just want to wait, as I say, for the oil temperature to rise, and then you're good to taxi. So that's basically all there is to starting the A2A Cessna 172's engine. Any questions, please comment in the comments section below. Like and share if this helped you out. And until next time, I'll see you all again very, very soon. Bye for now.